Right, ladies and gents, the Aston Martin Virage, which I tell you what, for one of these, biting half straight, it really is. Now, we haven't handled so many of these, but all I do know, and I'm talking from experience, is just about every one I've seen, you can't get excited about it. It's just, they seem to be edgy, if that's the right word. Everyone seems to have some drama, and they're not very straight, normally speaking. You know, in the trade we have this expression, don't we? But it's a straight car. Well, that expression, obviously those that are watching the video who are in the trade know exactly what that means. It basically means it's right, it looks right, it sits right, it looks right, it feels right, it just, all the dots line up. And I'll have to say, as much as I'm not a huge lover of the model, we've got a few Astons we're lucky enough to have, aren't we? As you've seen them, I'm sure, on display down at Thornton. They do represent fantastic value for money. So the one we've got here, it's been, like a lot of them were, it's been over in Japan. Again, in my opinion, that's a big bonus because they've got no salt, which is probably why it's still like it is. There's quite a lot of documentation we've got. If you can read a bit of Japanese, then to be fair, you are away. But a lot of it also is in English, which is great. 2 owners since it's been over in the UK. It's been over in the UK about 3 or 4 years. Excuse me. The mileometer display will come to it inside the car. I can't get to illuminate, I don't know quite what. But I've got various bits of information and paperwork here that records the mileages. The main one being here, the independent Jaguar dealer here, 31,000 miles in February 2019. Now, let's face it, they're not a high mileage car. So I don't know quite where we are. Another one there that suggests the mileage is 31,000 miles. I mean, there might be a trick to getting the display up, I don't know. But it doesn't shout a high mileage car, guys. We all know what a high mileage car looks like, and these aren't particularly good, are they, at high mileages? You get an Aston Martin that's done 100,000 miles, you can normally tell, a bit like a Lotus. They just do. You can just tell. You know, they're not the best wearing car in the world. So anyhow, so do a bit of homework on that. The vendor's not 100% sure. The vendor wasn't particularly bothered either, and to be honest with you, I don't blame him, because you buy it, what's in front of you. There's some more certificates there from Aston Martin. There's a little folder there, look. There's some Japanese ownership history and Japanese documentation. There's a couple of keys with the car. There is a bit of a service pack. It sold in 2019 for £41,000. So that gives you a guide as to, just put this stuff away, that gives you the guide to the sort of quality of the car. Just pop this down on the floor. So in fact, Jack, while you're about, do you want to just crank it up for us while I'm just in the middle of doing the video? We might as well just do it between us. So you'll agree when you come down, but it's straight. It is very, very straight. Is. In fact, Jack, you can turn it off, because what with the engine and the radio, you can't hear yourself think. There's some, I'm sure Jack's done a photograph of that, but there's your VIN tag and so forth there. I'm not 100% sure where engine numbers are on this model, but it looks like the engine's growing there to me. Everything seems to be clipped in place with older clips. It's not as if it's just had, you know, you can tell again, can't you, if a car's been messed around with. The clips are missing, the pipes aren't right. You know, we've got older clips everywhere, so I'm sure that's the original engine that came out the factory with, but they looks that way to me. And look how straight it is. Look, even down to the sound deadening, look underneath the bonnet, still got the light up there. That's normally gone. But look, as you'll see when you come down, look, the remains of stickers and bits and pieces here and there. Just a real straight car. And like I say, everything's attached, you know, and clipped in where you would expect. Whereas if they've been stripped down They're never put back together the same, are they? They just aren't. Inside, lovely inside. It's got some overmats, just like the Bentleys that we have. Look, big, thick, lovely overmats. Proper quality there. No drama inside. Lovely on the dash. Again, the feel that you get outside, as far as how straight the car is, continues inside. Look, door shuts all proper, door cards proper. Look, all the shuts and things. Yeah. And again around here. Oh, this one hasn't got the overmat this side. Oh, that might have got wet then at some point. There's not in there. Got overmats in the... Is that overmat or that's your carpet? That's the actual carpet itself in there. Oh, so dash-wise, everything's really good. No issues at all. But I'm sure somewhere here, I assume here somewhere, it should have obviously pop up with a mileage reading, but for whatever reason I can't see it. And it's saying that the fuel filler cap is open. I don't think it is. I think it just thinks it is. We've got electric seats under here, haven't we? Yeah, they're working. That's working. That's going back. That's working. Just try that other one for you. That one isn't. Let's have a quick look and see round there. Is that off or on? Does that make a difference? Oh, there you go. There you go. Look at that simple. I thought I did wonder. There you go. She was turned off. There you go. Seats working. A recliner. Yep, recliner's working as well. I was surprised because I thought it looks like the sort of car that would be working. And obviously it's got a sensor here. I'm guessing. No, I just thought that might go off if I held it down. It's obviously got a bit of a sensor fault on there. Or one of them, or both of them. It might be both of them. I can't hold both of them down at the same time. And my arms aren't that long enough. Plus you need 3 of them, don't you? But anyway, there you go. So inside she's lovely. Underneath the engine base, spot on. Outside, you've seen the photographs. And boy, is it straight. It's far more straight than it should be. So there you go. So hopefully this little video will give you an idea as to what we've got. That's what we do them for. The next step obviously is for you guys to come down and have a look yourself, go through the paperwork just to make sure it's one for you. The main viewing period, as I always say, is that 10 days, a fortnight leading up to a sale, when we've got cars on display that are static, they're parked, we're not busy moving vehicles. It's a lot safer for foot traffic to be on site. But if you're after one of these and you're after a really straight one, I think you should come and have a look, because it's a good car, this, and it looks and sits well.